Hello everybody, the sun is hiding and the cow is grazing. Coming to you right now with another— no, I'm not Bagpipe, but he is back. I don't know if you heard about this. He's casting Company of Heroes 2 again, so I imagine it can't be long before he's back to DOK. Anyway, right now, I am casting DOK. It's from Jaraci Cup number 2, back to Groupstage B. Gonna be a match between Coercer and BlueBoo, and as it happens, I believe this is the last match from Groupstage B, despite the fact we should have more games from Coercer. Hold on, my volume I think is a little bit too high, but I think this is the only one that he ended up playing, so this is what we gonna get. Rocking the sort of copper and red Galzian forces. I think it's a pretty interesting color. We don't see anyone else with it, so succeeds at being unique. I like people with unique colors that don't just have their ship's main color be gray and then have like a red stripe or something. That'd be stupid. Anyway, but yeah, Blue here playing as the Con F. We saw him in the last video, of course, as well. Would not be surprised to see him go for some kind of sand skimmer play up in the beginning with armor 1. That's what he tends to do. Not salvaging his base burner. Neither is Coercer. Coercer taking, I suppose, a little bit more of a economics. Well, I can't really say that. They've both made a salvager, and it looks like Blue actually going to be making another one as well. But so is Coercer, okay. So Coercer perhaps taking a bit more of a economic stance here, making a couple more salvagers than his opponent. Galzian versus Con F, an interesting matchup here, although I must say, oh, that's what's going on. The voices are way too loud. So I was like, I feel like the game is a lot louder than usual. Yeah, when I play the campaign, I turn the voices up because you kind of actually want to hear them. And even though this video will be released first, I did play another 2 missions from the campaign. Okay, I was like, why the heck are their voices so freaking loud? Like, I know you've got important stuff to tell me, but can you please tell me so that I can't actually hear it? Anyway, like I was saying, Galzian versus Con F, interesting matchup here. A-Game insists that it's not kind of imbalanced at all toward the Con F player, but honestly, I always kind of feel like it is. Like, Galzian gets the scanner, which is kind of nice, I guess, but I really just don't see what tools Galzian has got that Con F don't really have already. And Con F, of course, get the blast drone, which can be amazingly powerful. It gets the Con F siege cruiser, which is just like cancer in a unit. And that Con F carrier and its missiles are just insane, so... Frankly, personally, I do feel like Galzian is sort of the better matchup, even though I am always a Galzian... Con F is better in this matchup. Even though I am sort of a Galzian fanboy. I have to admit, I don't really feel like they bring anything to the table Con F doesn't. You'll notice I was playing Con F a lot in this tournament, or at least you will. That's what you'll notice means, contraction. You will. Gosh, I'm good at English, guys. Anyway, I did main Con F in this tournament, kind of to prove a point that I don't think that they're underpowered, but, anyhow, how do I expect this group stage to go, though? I know Blue has been playing a lot more than Coercer has. I would probably give him the edge in that case. But we'll have to see. Also, knowing that Coercer didn't play any of the other games doesn't particularly instill too much confidence. I'm not sure if that should even be related, but yeah, somehow I just feel like that's probably not going to be the best, like, sign for him in this game here. Hold on, my microphone is unreasonably tangled here. I'm trying to... It's tangled in with my power core. I've never seen that happen before. I don't know how that happened, but it is. Blue trying to get a lot of damage on this base runner, actually. That's kind of an interesting choice here. He's going to attempt to micro this guy away a little bit, but that one will go down. He is going to trade 1-for-1, though, probably, except a little bit of bad Doom play there. He does get it, though. And Armor 1 is on the way for him, but first he got Tech. That's actually a bit of a change from what he typically does. I like that better, too, especially because his opponent already has Tech. And it's kind of this double 1PC thing here. It's just interesting to see. I mean, like, 1PC from both sides. Ordinarily, we definitely would be expecting to see a second production cruiser from one player or refinery mode from one player, but both of them sticking on 1PC, which is very kind of unique. So I think they've just traded 1-for-1. We can check units lost here. Yep, 1-for-1. And Coercer already getting interceptor fabrication, which is also pretty interesting, but an artifact scores for Blue now. Coercer has taken damage on the base burner, like I said. I don't think that's really what Blue should have been going for. He probably could have made a little bit of an opener here if he'd attacked the sand skimmers instead. But it is nice. It means he's probably going to deny this extraction because he only has about half the health to take out on this base runner. He has armor 1, so the sand skimmers can fight a little bit effectively with his opponents. The really big news, though, I think, is that he's definitely outpositioned his opponent right here. So, one thing I should mention with assault ships, the carrier can block really effectively. This is not the right way. He wants to move into the opponent. What you want to do to get the carrier block is move 2 of them that, or avoid the carrier block. Is move 2 of the assault ships that way, and the other 2 move up that way. And then that way, you know, whichever way the carrier goes, you can just go the other way, and you're not going to get carrier blocked very badly. Well, soul chips are here for Coercer as well. They're just attacking the base runner now, but you know where they're headed, right? So, I mean, there's potential that he could do some damage over here, too. Sensegiver's here just kind of trading kind of ineffectively. Soul Chip's going to make pretty short work of them, so 2 of them go down. Yeah, it would have been better to use those to try and stop the base runner, especially if you're attacking your opponent, which it looks like he doesn't want to give up the attack just yet. In that case, you know, stopping this base runner would be pretty impactful, I'm sure you know. Coercer, though, also getting a little baited here. I mean, yeah, he can probably stop this artifact, but I don't think he needs to. I think he really just needs to trade the damage, you know what I mean, rather than just taking it. Although, I gotta say, he's held kind of remarkably well here. I can't say that's because it's something he's done. I think it's because Blue has kind of failed to attack as well as he could have. Like, these guys should still be on the main. You need to kill these salvagers if you can. Artifact is denied for Blue, so it's not going to be 2-0. It's going to be 1-1 instead. But, yeah, again, I don't think that's the best thing for Coercer to be doing here. The soul chips, so they are going to find a good angle here to kill off the long-distance miners, and this production cruiser is actually really in jeopardy. I think it's probably going to die. I am talking like Magpie now, aren't I? I just realized when I said that, and I'm talking about trading for damage, and somebody always says, holy spoons! Yeah, production cruisers are going to go down, actually, so that's really bad. That probably spells game, to be honest. Check the resources here. Of course, they're just now going to be able to afford another production cruiser. At this point, I don't know what it's even going to do for him. It'll probably just die again. He should probably start making interceptors now, but I mean, that's like a tricky call to be making, I'm sure. What could he have done here? Well, carrier blocking could have been better. Keep the production cruiser at home, like, once the soul chips are moving, like, traversing like that. And it's good to have these two, who are already moving out, to do economic damage, but these two should have been at home, helping to defend. And Blue here, already beginning to make... Excuse me, I'm hiccuping a lot now. Blue already with some heavy railguns. He's got one out here. Someone on the way. Coercer is making interceptors, but see, now he can't do that anymore because he's got to build his base there. He's going to run out of resources. I guess he can make one more. Yeah, this is just a really tough spot for him. And the other thing is that interceptors are really weak. Like, if they were strike fighters, this is a little bit better, but they're not. So, you know, if they fly over this production cruiser, they're really just going to get hammered down, like they'll die. And you can't replace them, so you're going to have to be extremely careful with them. Yeah, and ooh, there goes one of them already. Oh, he's alive! Alright, yeah, you gotta dock now, dude. Just like grab him, hit D, and then move up to the other one. No, don't go! Oh, okay, they're alive, they're alive. All is well in Zion. You really gotta get out of here, though. Woo! Okay. Give me a conniption. But yeah, I mean, definitely Coercer having no eco and Blue having eco generally means Blue is ahead in this game, so I do expect things are going to go well for Blue here. Oh my gosh, can I get rid of this? I can't. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just like that box will stay there. You know, see where it says target wreckage of my mouse right there? It'll just like stay there sometimes. And you're like, get out of here, would you? Like, the only way to do it is like hover over a wreck bulkhead or another artifact or something. DOK is a flawless game. So Blue is going to lose salvagers here. If you're playing against Sparrow, you'll see him retire when you do this, which is kind of cool, because I really just like seeing Sparrow tryharding like that. But yeah, that Blue there with the proper response. Doesn't look proper, but it is. Just replace what you've lost, so he'll be fine. Actually, you know, maybe making a production cruiser would be good here, because then you delay your eco re-expansion a little bit, but once it comes back online, you can like make them a lot faster. But I don't know. Anyway, Coercer down to about 433 health. 433? 4,500 health, okay. Not looking too hot. He's seen his better days. Ian? Are you calling Ian a novice? That's just rude. Oh, look at this. You know, I didn't consider that. Oh gosh, don't let that assault you. It's an expensive unit. Anyway, it is true though that there's no anti-air over here. So actually, Blue's carrier can be attacked. Oh, getting RUs first. I like it. I like it because actually, what he could use here is refinery mode, right? Which he didn't have enough RUs for before. Yeah, so actually, I think he should make a production cruiser at this point, because that gives you anti-air back at home, and then he should get refinery mode as fast as he can, and then just like pop up on the 3 base. Leave this army here to attack, that's good. You probably want to leave the production cruiser too in that case, because you need to have anti-air. But, you know, yeah, I don't know. I think there's a thing that could be done there. He needs to be careful with this assault ship though, he's going to lose it I think for sure now. Yeah, missiles are firing, down he goes. Not going to kill this carrier, I don't think, because he can't really get line of sight very easily. He could maybe try sticking the production cruiser out there, because he can tank a lot of damage, but that's a little risky, obviously. You know what he should really have done with that assault ship, though, is just come down here and deny this base runner, because he's starting to get a little risky over there, you know what I mean? Like, this base runner is just kind of chilling. Don't want him to chill. You want him to be dead. You know, the more artifacts this guy gets, the harder he's going to be to finish off him. Sandscarer getting the vision, Railgun's doing the damage, going to take him down to about 4,500 again. That Sandscare's days must be numbered now. Another base runner produced here. Yes, Coercer seems to understand, like, his win conditions here do not involve stopping this army, but maybe I can extract. Gonna pop base runner heal first, though. Get some help back for that carrier. Railgun's gonna target the base runner instead of the carrier, yeah, I think I'm fighting that. It's like 3v3 strats, dude. Is the Sandskimmer gonna come out to get vision? Looks like maybe this time he's gonna maintain vision long enough to kill off that carrier. That might be all she wrote for Coercer. And still trading for damage on that carrier, they need to be actually targeting the salvagers. Because killing the carrier, that's a bit of a fanciful proposition. You're not gonna get that. Yeah, no, it looks like Coercer is gonna go down now. That is the end. So Blue takes game 1, fairly convincing fashion. He could have done a little better on the execute at the beginning. And then this, I think, was a little drawn out, but he got it. And I just got an achievement. Nice, dude. Carrier Annihilation Master. Carrier Annihilation Master! So that's how you have to say that kind of thing. Cool. Yeah, it's funny in DOK. You actually get achievements even if you're, like, watching replays. I'm not Coercer's friend. Let's remedy this. Anyway, so Blue taking game 1 here. Kind of like I expected. Blue's like very consistent, right? Like I know pretty much just how he's gonna perform, and I figured he's just kind of at a higher level than Coercer is. And you know, like I said, he's consistent. He's not gonna like throw randomly. Usually, okay. He has weird games against Couchmount and stuff, but usually pretty consistent. So I think he'll take this game too. But we'll have to see. Oh, it's not copper and red, it's like poop and copper. No, it looks good. Forget I said that. Blue gonna do about the same thing, I think. So it's getting 2 salvagers and moving up into Sandscaper fabrication, moves out with the base burner and the production cruiser. Coercer once again, a very defensive scanner, but he is actually keeping that base burner alive. So that's interesting to see. I actually had a thought one time. It's so common for us... Oh, I thought I had made the base runner move there. I was like, what? Anyway. Yeah, because I accidentally clicked there. No, it's very common to see the defensive scanner when you're retiring the base runner, because you're not going to use him anyway. So, you know, just go ahead and throw the scanner out, and then off you go. Scanner, by the way, when we moved to 1.3, which is vanilla right now, it actually had 100 seconds taken off of the scanner deploy timer. So that was a cool change to make the Galaxian base runner a little bit less janky. Armor one coming out, by the way. But anyway, it's very common to put the scanner exactly right here, in fact, on Torrent Crater. Actually, I guess usually like right there. But yeah, when you are retiring it to do some kind of a double PC build or something like that. And then, yeah, if you're not retiring it, you put it a bit more aggressive, like maybe right in that little nook right there. That's a good place to put it on Torrent Crater because you get access to your opponent's carrier, I believe, from that scanner range. Pretty sure you do. And then also you can see the numbers on the resources right there. So even if your opponent has kind of obfuscated the direction of his salvagers, you can tell just reading the numbers. You know, like how many salvagers he put on RUs at the beginning of the game. And that can make a big difference too because it tells you like what kind of build your opponent is going for, stuff like that, even before he gets the tech. I know this is like next level mind game stuff, but it does matter. But anyway, I had the thought recently, like, what if you could make your opponent think you were going 2PC by like dropping the scanner there, but then keeping the base runner around, like on the back line here, pick up the artifact and try to go for it. And your opponent's like preparing for a 2PC defense because he saw the defensive scanner, but it's actually not what's going on. Probably a little bit too mind-gamey, but, you know, who knows? Could happen someday. I like to imagine, like, unreal skill-based plays, and then I think nobody's good enough to pull that off. You know, like, we'd need more Korean players to see that kind of stuff. Right now we really only got one, and he always 2PC rushes, so. I'm just a very mind game focused player. I like to think about how my opponent is going to respond to something and see if I can just trip him up like that. Like in PUBG, I'll just like throw smokes in random places and people like start looking at the smoke, you know. Or someone's in cover and I'll just like shoot right next to them and they leave cover because they think they're getting shot at. It's very funny. That's kind of how I play DOK too, you know. A-Game was telling me I've been becoming much harder to read with time, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, I just want to analyze this push that Blue tends to do here, give him a little bit of advice. I think you need to hit earlier. Because you're coming in with one PC, but you're coming in at like the 3.5 minute mark here. So at this point, you could actually be doing a 2 PC rush and have more than this many sand skimmers. And you could have a tech on the way, which you do. So if you're going to hit this late, you need to have like 2 production cruisers. So instead what I would do, get sand skimmer fab, make like 4 of them as you're on the way up, and then attack like right there at the, that'd be about like the 30-second mark or something. Get armor later, right? Because when you get armor, you're slowing yourself down like this, and it's not going to help you in the fight if you don't have the numbers. And then, you know, see what you can do there. But don't, how do I say? Yeah, don't go like 1 PC, but then be this late with it. And by the way, attacking the assault ship, you're not really very good. This might be just a misclick, but definitely got to get out of there. Going to take a lot of damage on all these guys here. He's got railgun fabrication. You can see him teching the missile ship as well, but he's still targeting the assault ship, and he's not getting any damage on these skimmers. He finally realizes that it might be too late. He's got to cancel this heavy rail, but that's a bitter thing to do, and I don't think he's going to. Oh, he is. Okay, he cancels it properly. And he's been making skimmers now. He's kind of in dire straits now. Now, I think the missile ship tech actually maybe was a good idea because you're sort of reading that your opponent went air last time. He's got assault ships, so he'll probably do it again. And if I know anything about Coercer, he is an air player, if I remember. Yeah, this doesn't look terribly good here. Assault rails are going to come out, but they're not in critical mass. They can't kill off the sand skimmers quickly, and they'll also get on top of them. And then the assault railguns, you know, you spin me right around, you know, it's not good. Not good. Refiner mode is coming out, so he knows what to do to recover from this, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to. Definitely, you know, moving away, that's right? That's what he needs to be doing. Oh, but don't target the assault ship. These. Okay, he's targeting the right unit now, but he's kind of wasted the time that he could be shooting. But okay, look at that. Again, he's making good plays here. Even moving into the assault ship's arc of fire, that's okay. He's just trying to get those sand skimmers away from that production cruiser to give him a little bit of time to heal. And Blue could be making another production cruiser right now. That's a good thing to do in this scenario because then you can double produce as your opponent is attacking you, and that makes you a little bit safer. Keeping the base runner a little safe too, although he might not. No, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Okay, so he's actually, yeah, he's doing really good with this. Definitely recovering nicely from his mistake. But you got to analyze the board now. He's quite behind. He's got missile ship tech already, which is good because his opponent does have air. He's got 3 on the queue, so one I'm just finishing now. But he's got no refine. Well, okay, he does have refining mode now, but he didn't. So his opponent's been on 2 base for a while now. Has very good field control here. Probably going to get an artifact out too. Blue, though, he does have another production cruiser on the way, so this is still winnable. He just needs to get anti-air pretty quickly here. He's got some effective anti-air, right? His second base is going to be held by that production cruiser. His first base is going to be held by the base runner. And if you watch the series between Blue and Discara, you'll know base runners do fairly good against some air units. I'd love to see an elder base runner. That's what I'm going for. So Coercer launches right now. He's not really going to have an easy time finding any targets, but he definitely still has control of the field. He's got a good scenario right now. These railguns... Oh, base runner's not in the right position. So you want to keep the base runner with the eco, actually. Oh, the production cruiser. It pops out at just the right time. Can you believe that? He's going to move out to the 3rd base, of course, but he is actually in the right spot right now. So I was thinking the air units were going to attack immediately, because I don't really see why they're not, actually. And so that production cruiser popping out would have been pretty darn clutch right there. Anyway, this base runner getting really ambitious. He needs to keep him back and use him as an anti-air asset. I really think he does. Which, I mean, easy for me to say. He knows I know his opponent has air, but remember, Blue teched missile ship fab. Like, he's got to have expected the air. These guys retreating from a base runner, that's funny. But the 3 interceptors here, they could go ahead and kill off some heavy rails if they wanted to, maybe make an opening for those assault ships. We do see a really nice flank over here. Yeah, so the interceptors could also come in, strike at the production cruiser, and try and kill it off with the help of these assault ships. Don't think that's going to happen, but it's an option. But they can also just kind of circle around here, and you kind of wonder like why he's got them. They haven't really done anything for him just yet. Anyway, Coercer, I think is making... No, it's a Salvager. But he teched Siege. I don't know if you saw that. That's going to be the choice from him, moving on from here. Very interesting. We don't usually see Siege, but it's like one of my favorite things. Complements the assault ship build kind of nicely, I think. Because assault ships just are not heavy hitters. They can't kill like armored targets, but Siege can. It's always a little tricky. I've tried games where I don't make any railguns because I'm just going like Siege and stuff, and it doesn't usually go very well, but... Triple production cruiser. Whoa, Blue. Whoa, Blue. Well, okay, he's got some anti-air in every area. Here's the thing, though, okay? If Coercer went for, Ooh, that guy surviving pretty narrowly. If Coercer went for more air units, let's say he got, like, 3 more, he could just, like, pop in, kill a production cruiser, and then pop out, you know? Because what Blue is obviously trying to do here is boom. He's unlocked his carrier, he's got another production cruiser ready to go to the 3rd, and this fight is not going to go Coercer's way after enough time. Oh, good opening here by the interceptors, though. That's nice. And Blue, by the way, gonna know now, yes, there are air units out on the field. But yeah, that means that the production cruisers are going to be alone after the boom begins, right? Oh no, that's a dead interceptor right there. One's gonna be here, one's gonna be here, one's gonna be here. And so what you can do is just build like 6 interceptors and get afterburner. That should be enough for it. Just fly in, boom, production cruiser dead, right? Easy kill, easiest PC kill of your life. It's gonna go very nicely for you. That's what I think I would like to see him doing here. Blue, getting a missile ship. I saw that on the queue. It's gonna be popping out here, I believe. Yeah, right there. He's also taking interceptors though, which is interesting. I usually see that. Coercer rebuilding the int that he lost. And Blue making another production cruiser. Mate, you're crazy. That's really interesting. I don't think I'd support the other production cruiser there. I don't think he's got the eco to support it. Like, right now he's on 2 base, and he's only going to be able to get to 3. There's only 3 bases on this map. But he really likes the frontline production cruiser. I've seen that about his play before. Skimmer's going to come up here to up this scanner. No, they're not, actually. But they are being seen. That's the thing. So, Coercer knows about their position. And yeah, this production cruiser going to go out there and be an offensive unit. I think he'll follow it with the carrier, but after he makes another PC here. Look at this though, Blue. No power reserves. Yes, I love it, because he hasn't needed them. It's just something I've seen him do before, and I'm glad he's not doing it now, where he'll kind of unnecessarily tech power reserves. And Coercer beginning to get actually quite a few Sandskimmer upgrades now, so damage 1 is on the way. Base runner under attack here. Pop smoke. Smoke actually not effective against air units though. It doesn't do anything to them. That should be a dead base runner. But maybe get a custom int for it? No, the base runner survives, but so do all 4 of the ints. Oh, they're coming in for another pass. Oh, and good micro there. So, of course, they're going to keep those guys alive. They'll go back and dock. So, Blue, I'd say at this point, has definitely reached, like, he's made this game even again. Like, he's not behind anymore. In fact, oh, in a lot of metrics, he's ahead, isn't he? Look at this, because he's got 3 bases up. I guess he's only got 1 salvager there, but he'll have 4 before too long. And look at his production queue. They're all queuing off of 1 unit? Oh no. That's okay though. He will have full base there. And he's got 2 production cruisers with the armies. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. But the siege cruiser with a massively effective barrage. I can't believe it. He killed 3 railguns with 1 barrage there. He gets himself a point of veterancy there too, in fact. Wow. All right. That's crazy. Missile ships being given a barrage command on the siege cruiser from way out there. It's crazy. What they should really do, double barrage on this guy, kill him. Anyway, railguns are being reproduced though. Ooh, that sounds weird. By the production cruisers there, so. Yeah, he got his barrage off. She gotta get out of there though. Anyway, this fight is still winnable by Blue, but he lost quite a few units there. gonna be a little painful. Second artifact is on the way to the extraction zone, by the way. I'm a little nervous about the fact there's no defense over here on that side of the map, or any vision. Like, that's the barrier of his vision. But Coercer doesn't seem to want to exploit that just yet. Siege Cruiser Barrage is landing on these rails again. Can it claim the life of that rail? It is. Okay, so another railgun goes down. This is patched, by the way. In the Jaraci patch, the Siege Cruiser has got a much better damage, I believe. I think it's a bigger area of effect. Maybe it's the actual damage of the unit. I can't remember. But just to incentivize its use. And hey, this is one thing Conf doesn't have, I guess. I guess. Make no mistake though, Coercer is playing this really kind of risky because he's just got like 2 assault ships protecting the siege cruiser. The sand skimmers could almost just run right through them. I don't think they could, they'd probably die there, but I mean, like, it's close. But this siege cruiser here already paying huge dividends. It is an acolyte. Actually, Vet 2 is already pretty effective, you know, I can't see it. Minus 15% reload time. That's for the indirect fire minder, I believe. So that's actually pretty good. And he's actually doing a lot of damage to this PC. Blue's got to move him. He's just standing still. He could lose a production cruiser here. That'd be huge. He is going to lose one. Oh no. That's really bad. Oh, but here comes Blue with some interceptors. And that's going to kill a siege cruiser alright. They actually have anti-air, by the way. I don't know why, but it's not very effective. Coercer's got air. He's going to launch it, but Blue can dock if he... Oh, that's really unlucky, I think. Interceptors, you can do it! Oh, they're just gonna dock, they're just gonna get out of there. Oh no, the siege cruiser lives. That's gotta be so tilting. Oh man, because that should have been a dead siege cruiser, I think. But... He's launching in. Oh, he's got more, he's got more. Okay, yeah, that is a dead siege cruiser then, right? This barrage, this volley surely is gonna kill it. Okay, he's gonna get it. Yeah, there it goes. That's good, but I mean, that thing has already done so much damage to his army. And there's a production cruiser here? Okay. Oh my gosh, are these ints gonna kill another one? Wow, that's really good for Blue, actually. Okay, suddenly this is kind of turning around a little bit. Big problems though, like I said, this base is completely undefended, and here come a bunch of sand skimmers, and I don't think they've been scouted. They just now were seen. And who knows if Blue is even looking over there, just, really. Honor Guard can attack, that's interesting. But he should be, like, making assault ships from here now or something, and he's got to try to stem this attack here. Launching air could maybe do something, not much, to be honest. And yeah, that's tricky for Blue. Hard to hold that back step, but he is kind of sieging his opponent here. I mean, at the worst, you're going to be kind of base trading here. I gotta say, a lot of this comes back to Coercer stubbornly not getting onto his third base. I think that's really hurt him here. He definitely should have been getting onto third a lot faster than that. This could be a production cruiser if we're not careful. But look, he's got all these ints. Yeah, I mean, he should launch the ints here. Launch them. Launch them. Oh well, it doesn't really matter too much. Scoring 3-5, by the way, that's getting a little high. Blue really with map control always like over this southern area here, but he hasn't had any over on the top. And that's something he should probably do at some point, just stop that base runner from extracting anymore. Another siege cruiser's out, by the way, but this one doesn't have really sufficient coverage against sand skimmers. Oh, don't run in front of the assault ships though. That siege cruiser barrage really effective because there wasn't enough movement of the railguns there. And the rail's actually getting really close to these assault ships here. They're gonna get killed by them, I think. So this is actually suddenly turning pretty bad for Blue again, although he does have interceptors coming out. No, they're flying over production cruisers here. They're actually gonna get mauled, I think. There's even interceptors here from Coercer that, yeah, that's gonna be some dead ends right there. They just melt away. Blue getting bombers now, and he teched Honor Guard. He's just teching everything. It's crazy. But this push here just so precarious. I mean, I feel like either side is about to capitulate here, but they don't. Blue rebuilding his interceptor force. Not sure about that. I don't think it's really gotten him too much, really. I think bombers are better here. But he does have defense now for his bases. Needs to rebuild. Yeah, so one thing I definitely gotta say, just like grab these 3 guys and tell them to make the salvagers, right? Or maybe you don't want the carrier, but at least you can get these 2, and then leave the 2 frontline production cruisers making army. I mean, this is something interesting we don't usually see, but I have a feeling it could be pretty good. But you've gotta, yeah, I don't think you want to be queuing from like the same unit like that. 2 siege cruisers on the field, by the way, and these are the kind of units that when they get critical mass, they're really nasty. But one of them really being hung out to dry here. This is great. If Blue can kill this thing off, and I think he will. That's probably a dead siege cruiser right there. Might even get a little bit of friendly fire. Down he goes. Yeah, he did. Look at that. Whoa! Short-lived life there, but he was an elder. But yeah, you got to get away from these assault ships now. Oh, don't! Oh. That's just so much damage. Oh, now you're vulnerable to the Sandstormer counterattack here, which could kill off your railgun. Ooh. Ooh. Gotta say, it's an interesting playstyle Blue has got here. He's just continuing the attack here, does not want to relinquish the ground. But he's not making really any progress. He's bogged down in this area. I think he's got to look for some counterplay options, you know, move out on the side, something like that. Especially when your opponent is on 4 artifacts and you know you've got to stop him. Production cruiser is filling up the base here, so it looks like Coercer are going to use his carrier now as a weapon. Here comes the air from BlueBoo, and it's going to kill off the siege cruiser, actually. Okay. I mean, almost certainly, right? I don't imagine that siege cruiser has much time left on this Earth. Or this cog, I guess. But it goes down. That's really good for Blue. If he makes railguns now, which is what he really needs, it's going to be hard for Coercer to really make a push here now. But just throwing away Sandstormers again, though, into the arms of these assault ships, which are more than ready to take them up. And Coercer definitely benefiting from the buffed assault ship in this patch here. Going, by the way, to pick up the GG artifact right here, and Blue just has not given enough attention to that. A massive queuing of units over here. At that point, you need to queue them from these production cruisers too. And you can see this, right? This is not good. He really values the frontline production, but he's not getting the most value you can of having 4 production cruisers. And this fight here actually going way too long. This assault ship should just get a little closer, and that'd be easier to clean up. You also have 1 interceptor. He's not going to do anything on the front line, so might as well attack over there. Sandstormers from Coercer are really trying to kill the production cruiser, so they wasted a lot of shots. But they might just get it anyway. Oh no, look at that, double assault ship from Blue. That's going to actually really stabilize here. But Coercer, using the strong arm of his carrier to secure his 3rd, he will be on it now. GG artifact is picked up. Blue has to respond to that. And it's looking like he is going to come out on top here, although it's been a very back and forth battle. I think he's got this one. Blue, by the way, mined out on his main, like you'd expect. Might as well mobilize the carrier in that case, bring him out to the front line. That could maybe have been a little impactful, but because like, rather than having 2 frontline production cruisers, have 1 of them and then also the carrier, I think you actually get more value out of that. Interceptor here just gonna get brutalized. Not sure exactly what he was going for. There was only 1 left though. Blue sending really he's kind of his entire army over there, which is good actually, because he needs to stop this distraction. There's some skimmers here, but they shouldn't be able to do too much. There's an assault ship there. Carrier could move over onto the 2nd. That would be a good move there, because then you strengthen that position. Sand skimmers want to stop the assault ships from stopping the artifact, from stopping the game, but they're not going to be able to do that. These are assault ships, obviously. Do we have any more siege from Coercer? We do. He's making 1, and powers are 3 as well. So it looks like he's ready for the power play now. Sand skimmers up here, going to chew up this base runner. Siege is out. Sand skimmers just go bouncing into you. I love that effect, by the way. I know maybe it doesn't make the most sense, but it's just so fun to watch. Sand skimmer here getting a little ambitious. Don't keep goes down. But the question is, how is Blue going to answer this carrier? He needs rails, right? Ooh, big assault ship push here, by the way. That's a lot of assault ships. And these Sandstormers have to give them the ground. They did stop the GG artifact right there, but Blue needs rails to stop this push. He doesn't really have anything else that can do it. Maybe honor guards, but that's also a railgun, I guess. But he's just pretty consistently lost the rails to the siege cruiser. This is going to have to be his best deployment of rails in the game if he wants to stop the push. And if the push dislodges him from his eco, I mean, that's got to be game over. I don't really see how he'll recover from there. Also, kind of a nice pincer getting set up here by Coercer because the assault ships are coming in on the side. Could go faster. I mean, could speed up the engines a little bit more, get over there. But he's looking good here. This push is going to be nasty. There's only one heavy rail up here to stop this. The carrier is kind of in position, but these assault ships here are going to be really bad. Bad to the bone, yo. Double base runner production, really a fan of that. Obviously, when you can see that that's a win condition, you know, just go ahead and really press the advantage that way. And Coercer moving his carrier up? No, dude, you just gotta go in, man. I think that would definitely be the better move, because the assault ships are hitting now, the carrier's not there. Imagine if while this was happening, suddenly the carrier just shows up right there, and there's a siege cruiser behind it. It's like, that's game over, right? Blue's army, though, a lot of sand skimmers, but it's really looking pretty weak. We've got like 3 heavy rails. There's gonna be more of them if Coercer waits longer, but Blue definitely is vulnerable right now, and Coercer is not taking advantage of it. So I like the idea of going for the artifacts. I like the backstab here, but you got to really kind of pull it together with the carrier attack on the side, especially as you're attacking power reserves. You know, might as well use them, right? Sandscreamer's going for kind of a massive counterattack actually on the side. They're going to be spotted by the Ints though, so he knows about it. Might just dump his missiles on them. I mean, you can see how effective that is. Interceptors are just like strangely bad against strike craft. It's because they're pretty inaccurate. And they don't lead targets either, that's the thing. Like when strike craft are attacking your base, you notice I said in this cast a couple times like, oh well, you better just launch the int on it, right? Because when they're attacking the base, they circle around and stuff, so you can kind of hit them. But you really cannot hit sand skimmers while they're like in motion because reasons. Like they're really bad at that. Huge flock of sand skimmers on it actually gets to the base runner. Dropping a barrage here maybe would have been good, but the carrier is going to kind of chew these up. But not before they stop the artifact. They might even kill off the siege cruiser, and I mean that's worth it because that's obviously a win condition for your opponent. Not going to stay for the siege cruiser. Gotta say, I respect that choice. But standing still, I don't respect that choice. Oh boy. Look at it again. Oh. Also, by the way, assault ships are kind of in the hood here, so there's a potential for like encirclement there, kind of. Coercer, by the way, with the map vision, look at that. I mean, he can see everything going on over there. Missile ship not fast enough to evade the indirect fire. Oh, it looks like he is actually. But Gaussian indirect fire tends not to be very good. It's only 2 missiles per shot, but Railgun's overextending there. Gonna get punished for this. The interceptors do eat 1 missile from the missile ship, but that's completely okay. They aren't just gonna dock. They're fine. 1 scanner taken out there, that's good for Blue. You do need to weed out your opponent's vision there. It looks like you got the other one as well, so that's nice. Another base runner is produced here for Coercer. By the way, I should point out, this isn't usually a factor, but the timer is starting to run low here. Now what Blue should do, I mean, he needs to stop the artifacts, so you gotta make some kind of a play that's gonna ensure that. I guess moving the sand screws up there is good. But maybe after he got that base runner, he should have gone in and just raided the base. I think there was an opening for that. Well, he's coming up. Interceptor is just patrolling for targets, but I think finally Blue does have a pretty good spread over the map with these missile ships. I don't think they are going to have a good target. The sand skimmer goes down there. Here's the thing though, the carrier now is spearheading the charge. This is going to be a lot of damage to sand skimmers if he wants to stop that artifact. I think he understands he needs to. He's going to push in there anyway. And just target that guy, get behind him, try to get as far away from that carrier as he can. But this is going to be a lot of dead sand skimmers, especially if they bunch up on the passes like that. Ooh, because you can see the splash damage starts to become pretty relevant. And another base runner is already ready to pick up another artifact, and Coercer keeping up this pretty relentless pressure. No backstabs from this side. That's what would really make this play and kind of finish the game off. I thought it was going to be over a while ago. But he is keeping up the pressure here. Another siege cruiser gonna go down though. We got a barrage firing now against the railguns again. That's pretty good. Doesn't actually kill them though. I feel like those rails getting a little lucky though. Oh, the Sandstorm is getting chewed up. I really expected they would kill this thing, but I guess that carrier is a little more deadly than I thought. And another kind of throwaway of Sandstormers by Blue. He can't sustain that. There's only 300 Cs left on that field. I mean, there's only 3 Sandstormers left from here, think of it that way. And then he's on 1 base economy. There's 50 Sandstormers on this pile, though. So that's okay. But he won't be able to produce very quickly. Anti-air getting taken out here, too. That's really crucial. Those are expensive units, not easy to replace. And once the anti-air is gone, those interceptors can do their job again. Just 2 Sandstormers here just being super annoying, too, by the way. That's a really nice move. Power 5 coming out for Coercer. This is where you get access to that missile barrage, which everyone loves. Not salty at all. And this is really going to spell some hard times for Blue. Again, should have happened faster. I feel like Coercer could have had this a lot quicker, but he is going to take this game. I think at this point it's pretty much certain. But Blue, you know, he's really wily here. Like, it's not easy to take this win for him. You can see he's denied the artifact so many times now. I think this time he won't be able to. That's my prediction, but we'll see. I mean, because there's assault ship blocking to here, 3 siege cruisers, assault ships blocking to here. You'd have to come around from the backside, and then even then, you know, the assault ships can just kind of move into position. And if he stands still, you blow up. So, how is he going to do this? Good use of movement there. It's always annoying in DOK when you click there and they're like, okay, let's take 2 paths. Oh, you know what they could do? I just thought of this from a... Oh, you know what? This game's over because there's only like 50 seconds on the clock, actually. Again, that usually isn't a factor, but it is in this case. Because even if he can stop the artifact, I mean, it's like, what are you going to do, really? Anyway, from a computer design... Like, from a computer game design standpoint, I just realized what you could do is, like, just say... Click there, okay, we'll take the middle unit in the group, tell me how he's gonna get there, and then have the entire group do it. Oh, but then what if you have, like, Sandstormers here, 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 and here, and you try to move them there, and then they all start, like, going back in a path? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. It's something you get used to in DOK. I don't know if it needs to be fixed at all. But yeah, we're gonna know that that is GG. Artifact will extract here, nothing to do about that. And so it's actually going to be a 1-1. Coercer takes the artifact and takes the game. Not bad for Blue though, of course, because Coercer did not play any of his other games, so Blue actually will advance to the upper bracket here. But yeah, a 1-1 there. Interesting to see. I really thought actually Blue would take both of them. Like I said, he's very consistent in that if he's going to win, he's going to win. If he's going to lose, I feel like he's going to lose. He's not really coin flippy, and so I kind of figured he would have both of these games. But well played, I suppose, to Coercer. But not well played to skip the other games, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, he did lose his path to the upper bracket that way. Look, the timer has 1 second left on it. In fact, let me just go ahead and check the, thanks, Cortana, but I hate you. Let me just go ahead and check the, standings in Group B here, so I can tell you who's advancing where. Because this is the last game from Group B. I believe. If I'm wrong, someone tell me, but I'm pretty sure. Standings. So Discara in first, that's not really a surprise, but BlueBoo taking second. Coercer is third, because he has 3 ties. I'll explain that in a second, and then Kao Shmao actually going to be in fourth. There's this other guy, Speedrunner. How did he get a win? Hold up, who did he win against? Oh, he had a bye. Okay, yeah, that doesn't really count, does it? We actually had 5 people in Group B, you see, and we had 5 in Group D as well. But, yeah, so Speedrunner here didn't play any of his games, so that means Coercer won one against him. It was a bye. And then he got another win, I think from a forfeit or something? Hold up, I need to see who it was against. No, it was a bye, right. Okay, so he gets 1 win against Speedrunner, who disappeared. He got 1 win as a bye. The reason why he's in third is because he actually tied with Discara. Both of them couldn't make time for the game. And then he tied with Blue here. And I guess he tied also with Kawashima for the same reason. So he actually was undefeated in group technically. Which just sounds a little wonky. But as a result, he actually gets third, not fourth. It's not really terribly impactful, but Kawashima is going to be coming in fourth. Anyway, that's the stage of Group B. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be moving on to Group C, which contains me in it, so I'm excited for that. Perhaps actually right now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it right now. So I'll see you then.